Needle drop. Greetings and good day, my fellow citizens of Silo 18, and welcome to another installment of The Outside View, a Silo podcast by Kings of Media. I'm Donnie.
And I'm Brian.
We are here today to talk all things Silo Season 3, Episode 6, The Drive.
The Drive.
Because Waymo is a thing in this timeline of the before times.
It obviously is not, because nobody's ever seen a car driving by itself. So
they don't know what to do with themselves.
I knew you would hate that.
Just yes, I'm going to destroy some things about that story, but I love where we end.
Yeah,
another setup episode, but there were some payoffs. The Silo stuff is great. The Silo stuff was great. The before time stuff, just hurry up and get somewhere. They're really wanting me to love Daniel and Helen.
I love them.
I do too, but they've already proven their love. Like I don't. They keep trying to sell me, and it's like, okay, I bought the car 15 minutes ago. You can stop talking to me about the extended warranty.
No, they had a spat, and we see it resolved and deepen their relationship. And I know you. Every car scene, I was like, oh, I love this. Let's do more of this. I knew you were thinking, just get out of the car. Just stop.
Please get to the destination. Yeah. This weird, not I-95 that supposedly is I-95, 2 lanes in the middle of our nation's capital. Yes. I mean, with that said, I mean, we can talk scores right here at the top, Brian. Usually it's me giving it first, but why don't you go first tonight?
I'm going to be steady Eddie and do another 8. Like there's nothing, there's a couple clippable moments here. And you know, I think overall we had a lot of movement on the story. We do finally, you're right, have Helen and Keen, you know, at their destination. That should start moving now.
I'm excited about that.
And overall, man, we have 4 more episodes left, and I think we're gonna have some bangers.
I hope so. Because my angst level is like reaching teenage levels of angst at this point. Because
well, go ahead. Do your score.
It's like, you know, if you live like I do in the flight path of like the airport. So, you know, planes are coming in on final approach. And like when you first move into that, you're like, oh, there's airplanes, which I'm an airplane nerd. So I'm still paying attention to the airplane. So I'm poking holes in my own statement I'm about to make. But after a while,
your wife, though.
Yeah, she doesn't care. And she doesn't even notice the airplanes flying over. Like it becomes just background noise after a while. Yeah. And even as good as this season has been, Brian, after a while, I am also giving this an 8 tonight. But if it just continues to be 8s, it just becomes background noise after a while. Like we need a 9. We need a 9.5. We need a big episode. And we are now 6 into this, 4 to go. And that has been yet to happen yet. And that's fine. Yeah. But it's got to happen.
So as a fan, I'm going to watch it no matter what. But I do see some of the comments and the, you know, commentary on X of people just being like, this is boring. I don't like it.
No, I wouldn't go that far either.
I wouldn't go that far either, but you've got to give people their opinions. And it's not like, again, I'm enjoying it, but I'm not going to go to somebody and say, you've got to watch the show. And I want that.
Yeah.
And I was just telling you about, I'm watching House of the Dragon 2, and episode 1, like the last season ended terribly, but episode 1, I'm like, oh my, watch this show. Got to catch up.
Yes.
And I don't feel that yet with Silo.
Well, and I think another, you know, from recent times example would be like Severance. Like every episode of Severance, like people that like I work with that are watching it, like it's the water cooler talk. Like what just happened in this episode? Speculation. We're all having our own little micro podcasts around the water cooler. And there's none of that chatter with this. Just it is what it is, but there's not a lot to talk about other than, hey, thanks for listening. I mean, obviously you guys subscribe and listen to us talk about it. But
I think there's plenty to talk about here.
100%. But what I'm trying to say is it's not in the zeitgeist like something like Severance would be, or something like How to Train Your Dragon would be, or whatever that other show is that you watch with Toothless and Hiccup.
Whatever show you.
Dun, 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 dun. House of the Dragon.
No, but overall, like I am really enjoying it. I'm excited for the next episodes.
100%.
I think we've got some really cool stuff. Like, what is Silo 1? What's going to happen with that? What's going to happen with the radio?
Yeah.
The
fate of Daniel and Helen. Where are they going to end up?
Yes.
They're going to be in a silo. Are they going to be together? Are they not going to be together?
And it looks like old dude's a good guy. Like it looks like they are the good guys. And
so it would seem.
What's the deal? I mean, they're help us save the world. Like, that's beautiful.
We haven't seen Charlotte since like episode 2. Like, is there any more thread there to pull?
I don't care. Like that set up what it needed to. So I'm not like worried about that. But
fair enough.
Yeah. So we are going to get to the emails at the end here, but if people want to email their thoughts in, where do they do that, Donnie?
The outsideviewpod@gmail.com. We did have quite a few emails come in this week. Of course, Boomer Mike, Jay, Lisa, and a couple of new folks as well. So we'll be reading through those at the end today. We're changing it up a little bit. So stick around to the end if you want us to talk about the stuff from last week again and get some of you guys' takes and reactions on that. So we love getting those emails. We do respond to them. Brian also responds to comments on the YouTubes as well.
And we're also on YouTube and X with Kings 99 or Kings of Media 99.
Doesn't even know our handle.
We don't even know our handle, but we'd love to have you over there if you're not. And on X, I'm trying to get more active on there.
You are trying so hard.
I'm trying very hard, and so I'd love you to love and share some of the stuff we're putting out. I think it's great.
I haven't heart reacted to anything on Twitter. I still call it Twitter in like a decade. And I am heart reacting to yours, and it's not helping. It's not helping that algorithm at all. That voice is not voicing.
It's so new, and we're so behind on that stuff. But
sure,
we'll get there.
Yay, social media!
With your help.
You're my favorite.
So let's shut up, Donnie.
Hey, we did get another review, by the way.
Yeah.
So Apple Podcasts. By the way, for those of you who do that kind of thing, it does help like-minded people find us. We actually do have up to 22 5-star reviews now, and nothing below 5. So super kind. We really do feel the love. Appreciate that. This is a 5-star review from longtime listener 98. 98. Are they a Tennessee Vol fan? Because 98 has huge significance to people in that world, which Brian knows all about because he likes sports.
Project Hail Mary, go football.
Oh, great movie, by the way. Longtime listener says this: Kings of Media are two nice guys with a positive, fun take on Silo and For All Mankind in Star City. They aren't easy on the showrunners, but they are respectful, and I appreciate that. All of these shows are an incredible amount of work. While there might be some missteps, on balance, I love these shows. I read all the Silo books and some fan fiction, and I'm amazed at all the stuff that Donnie and Brian pick up on, even though I don't think they've read the books. Totally worth a listener's time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. That's very kind.
Very generous, by the way. Yes, I haven't read the books, so I have done my best to stay away from what I'm going to call extra material outside of this TV show. I'm aware of some things, and I'm really trying to guard comments around certain things because I would hate to allow some of that book stuff to bleed in.
I know nothing.
Some email comments as well sometimes, just to try to guard our listenership here. I do take that seriously, y'all. I do.
You're a good man.
Oh, well, thanks.
Well, let's dig in.
Yeah, man. So we opened up on the stairs project at the Gap, and Camille's coming down to meet Robert, and they pick up right where they locked their eyes. And Robert pretends that he didn't just get to go see Juliette. So
well, and they're both pretending. They're both pretending they don't know what's going on.
100%. And I don't think Camille knows everything that Robert's up to at this point, but she knows that he's playing some sort of a game.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
and I do love here that like she I don't know if she's getting. I feel like she's getting this from the algorithm. The algorithm. I've joked about how it's like safeguard, safeguard, safeguard.
Right.
Anytime you say anything, it's like, well, safeguard. I'll safeguard you.
It's the safe word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in this, she's like, if I can't find her, we're gonna have to gas the silo, or vitamin D the silo.
Vitamin D the silo. Yeah.
But I just love that she's adopting that. Just basically saying like, dude, stop what you're doing,
right,
or I'm going to have to.
Right.
Same thing as the algorithm is doing to her.
Yes. And yeah, so she orders him to go home to Anthony. She is now going to take over the search. And she also radios and says, hey, keep an eye on Robert for his safety. Wink, wink, quote unquote, air quotes. So yeah, there's that. We cut from this back to Martha Land, as I call it, Martha's apartment.
So the
Bernard,
Avengers.
What's that?
The Avengers
HQ. Yeah. We need is there like a subterranean Avengers group somewhere in Marvel? By the way,
probably.
We're 11 minutes into this, but I mean, we already talked about it before, but the new Spider-Man movie, fantastic. Chef's kiss.
Oh, it's great. It's
highly recommend. Great stuff. Kennedy shows up. Bernard arrives. Bernard arrives. Kennedy is shocked, and so is Lucas. So
I love his reaction. It's so great.
It was so good. Juliette then arrives and says she remembers and knows what to do, Brian. And this is where I'm first like, activity is going to happen in this episode. This is great. More talk.
Yeah. There's a lot in this scene that's really good. I do. So we find this out later, but I kind of remarked about this off camera with you, and I was picking up an episode or two ago with Lucas Kyle and Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've got some buddy action, buddy cop action going on.
Yeah, I can see that.
You see it, but then what's funny is, and I don't know if anybody else notices this, but like Lucas Kyle, the actor, he's a good actor.
He is.
But he is letting Kennedy's personality bleed into his acting style.
Mm.
And I am theorizing that they're going to have some buddy cop action going on the rest of the season. And I think that maybe some of that was shot before, because like you just see Lucas Kyle being a little like Jack Blackish.
Yeah. The delivery
at times. Yes.
The delivery is almost mimicking Kennedy's cadence.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I see it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say one of the things that I really do enjoy about this season is the mashups of the team of different team ups that have happened throughout it. So like pairing Bernard with this crew now has been really fun. Pairing Robert with this group has been really fun. It's been different. And I think the flip side of that, like Paul hasn't been given much to do. And I mean, we'll get into it. He has more to do in this episode.
Yeah.
But like he hasn't been a part of the team really, which has kind of been a bummer on the flip side of that.
Yeah, I agree.
I was just thinking about that. The call comes in that Camille is to head to Martha's apartment. And so they start talking about the two lines. Bernard says that there's a line that goes into IT that is power from Silo 1.
For Silo 1. It's electricity.
That was impressive. How
that was my RFK Jr. impression.
RFK doing Tim Robbins.
I'm gonna do 70 push-ups right now.
Oh, that was savage, man. That was good. Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
So they deduce that the other line that goes to judicial must be the safeguard at this point. Yep. But Julia can't remember exactly where it goes into judicial. So she sees flashes of the floor plan, but they need some blueprints. And if they get to 17, they could know where it is, hopefully.
Well, Solo would know where it is.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. But man, Juliette in the scene, like she's so good. Mm-hmm. She's so good. She just acts the heck out of this. I mean, it's good.
Yes. 100%. So Oh, go
I
ahead.
also, sorry, we learned that the silos are all exactly the same, which I don't know how true that is, but they believe it's true at least.
Right.
And then, I mean, you just see Walker, like, she really wants to use this radio. She really wants to radio.
Oh, yes, it does come up here again. Like, can we
Yes.
radio 17?
Yeah,
Like,
I can do that.
Solo knows what a radio is.
Yeah.
Which may or may not be true. I mean, but I mean, they're definitely setting that up. And I mean, if you wink and look at the title for next week, which you will see on Apple TV at this point, which I have not watched the episode yet, but there's going to be more.
That's what I'm saying, man. We're going to get some action.
Yeah. So my hope is high. So yeah, word comes in that Camille is on the way, so they need to disperse quickly. We cut from this directly to Paul and Deputy Hank, and they're talking about the light bulb shortage. Paul is breaking the news to him. And I mean, as anyone would be receiving this information, I mean, Hank is shocked and terrified, and where do we go from here? What do we do? But they are able to deduce that if maybe we can solve the bulb thing, we can solve Orla's murder. If we solve Orla's murder, we might be able to find out what's happening with the bulbs too. So maybe it's all connected, which makes a lot of sense.
Well, and I just like the setup here of, if we figure out who killed Orla Kent, then we figure out who stole light bulbs.
Yep.
And Hank's like, well, maybe if we find who stole light bulbs, we find out who killed Orla Kent.
Yes.
And it's kind of like, just these things are connected. It doesn't really matter what string we pull on. We're gonna get both of them.
Yeah. And I just said, like, the Paul thing, like, he hasn't been paired up well. Like, I mean, it's kind of weird because you've got 144 floors of the silo, right?
Yeah.
And like the sheriff, generally speaking, is like covering the top floors. And then you've got deputies like throughout, and Hank is like the dude down at the bottom. But now these two have been paired together on this mission, which has actually been a really good pairing. Just wanted to highlight that as well.
I love these scenes with them, but we'll get to
it. So we cut from this right to Juliette as she's coming out to Camille. So it was a great plan. Like, she's the one that they're going at, that she's after. So be the diversion so that everybody else doesn't get found out. And she goes out there to confront Camille. And I mean, she just dives right into it here, Brian. We should talk somewhere with no cameras because I remember everything.
Yeah. I love it.
Good setup. And we roll into the opening credits, which, by the way, I mean, it comes up in email this week. We haven't really, I mean, we talk about like, oh, the amazing, wonderful 90 seconds of stuff. But like, there's a lot of like context clues and things in there, like the rotting peach, like falling, like the DNA strands that become the stairs, the light bulb.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff in those opening credits, the Capitol, and I mean, just all of it. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
We come out of this back to Daniel and Helen in their robotaxi Waymo. Can't call it the right thing.
Wayman.
Man, I really botched that. We're going to pick that up and try that again, even though you all listened to me say it the first time. Back to Daniel and Helen in their robotaxi Waymo.
I wish you messed up again.
I got it right the second time.
Yeah, you're good.
They're coming up with, what can we do to make this thing stop? We're going to throw the fob out because that'll work.
That's so stupid.
Have you ever driven a car that has a fob and gotten out of the car while the car is running? The car doesn't just stop. But Helen has an old school car, and she drives and tries to do the navigation with her phone and gets other people to hold the steering wheel while she digs in her purse, which also is an endless like abyss of things, which becomes a quick segue here into Daniel's like, well, if I can get down here into this, like I called it the fuse box, but apparently there's just wires in there because there was no like actual auto fuses. But if I just had something sharp to open this thing, and like she unloads the purse, and I mean it is like
the Mary Poppins.
The umbrella comes out.
Yes.
So I don't know Nurse Ratched, but I do know Mary Poppins, folks.
Yeah.
So I do have some culture, but not all culture.
Not much.
Yeah. The Pez dispenser's in there. So nice call outs. Again, he notices it. Hey, I gave you that thing on the not date, and you held on to it. So
he doesn't mention it yet.
No, he doesn't.
Just kind of clocks it.
Yeah.
But it bothered me a little that he's like, oh, let me just open this up and, do blah, 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 and MacGyver this. But he is an engineer.
Oh yeah.
So
100%.
this is not just some, white shirt thinking, oh, if I did it, I would just ruin the car.
Cut the red wire.
Yeah. They're all red.
MacGruber. Yeah, I mean, grounded and believable, like that this guy's an engineer and he's going to try, and it's not a bad idea. And he's like, well, the braking
understands how this works. Yeah,
the who's a what's it and all the things. And he cuts his hand, and we get a nice tender moment as Helen finds some napkins to try to stop the bleeding on our boy Daniel.
And again, you can complain about this. That's fine.
Yeah,
but it's very contentious. They are fighty. They're snippy at each other, and that moment where he cuts his hand and she bandages him up with the magic band-aids that she has.
Yeah.
Like you buy, like they're both remembering, oh, we actually kind of like each other.
Yeah. Sharp turn. I put here in my notes, a production note. The light is on their eyes in a really weird way in that scene. It was like this, like it was the way it was just hitting their faces was. It was a strange production decision. Okay. So I don't know if that means anything, but I clocked it to use your Gen Z talk.
They may not have been in an actual car driving down the road. I don't know. I know.
No.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Just
we cut back to Juliette and Camille here. Juliette implores that she wants to save the kids in Silo 17. So this is the angle she's taking to get her way back over there. She wants to ask the voice about it, which is now what we forthwith to shall ever call the algorithm, because they call it the voice in this episode.
What they call it. Yeah.
Yep. She wants to ask the voice about it, and Camille's holding something that's like a pager, the Christmas red light tree.
Okay, that's
pager.
That's from season 2, though. Bernard had that too.
Good point. Yes. So it is a head of IT thing, but now we know that's connected to the algorithm summoning them to have a chat. They have been approved, which means there's a camera listening to them in whatever random hallway they were in, because there's cameras everywhere in the silo.
And we get confirmation about that later, but
yes.
I do wonder here so Bernard knows there's other silos. He knows that silo 1 does, what its function is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming, Juliette's like, there's other silos. I don't know if you even know that yet.
Yeah.
But I do wonder how much Camille knows at this point. I assume she knows that there are other silos. She doesn't really act surprised. So
right. Well, I mean, the algorithm in earlier conversations has talked about how many silos have had rebellions.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So she's aware at this point.
That's right. You're correct. Yeah.
Thank you. We cut right back to Daniel and Helen. They're trying to ask another car for help, which, okay, put yourself in the shoes of other car, and you have Helen
think this is real.
Out of the car yelling.
I think this is real.
Oh, 100%. Like if I'm in the other car, I'm trying to not make eye contact with what's happening here.
Like, what a weirdo.
Keep going. Punch it. Get past these people.
Yeah, I hate it, but I agree.
Yeah. I just put in my notes here, trying to ask a car for help, ... which obviously doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, we cut right back to Paul and Hank, and they're now interviewing Mark. And Mark is not cooperative. Mark does not love Paul.
No, he doesn't.
He is a broken person who doesn't understand a good soul that Paul is all I got to say about that. So Paul kind of plays dirty, though. He's like,
he does.
I'll give you a list of names, and what you do with it, with those writers, you can have at it, buddy.
Yeah, and you can tell Hank is here, bro. Hank's not comfortable with this. He's not like super uncomfortable, but he doesn't like what he's seen Paul turn into.
Yeah. So Mark does at least concede once they has agreed upon getting the list that Knox's dad was a crooked dude, and he was making weapons, and Mark says he had to talk with Knox about the weapons, but then, his dad was like stealing diamonds and all kinds of stuff back in the day. So
diamond drills,
Knox might be a thread for you to pull on, and see if you can get some more information about what's been getting stolen from supply. So we'll see where that goes. Yep. We cut back to my favorite storyline of all time, Daniel and Helen in the Waymo. They're now in the back seat, just sitting on the floor while the Waymo does this Waymoing, because they think that other people don't. I put in my notes here. They're in the back seat on the floor because they think other people don't understand Waymos and will freak out.
I mean, it's not a bad plan. What else are they going to do at this point?
I guess.
And it ends up working? ? No, it doesn't.
No, you're meant to say it might be working ? That was a Project Hail Mary. Every time Rocky asked a question, he always stomped 2 times, which may or may not got translated through my microphone there. Cool story.
I heard it. I just had no idea what you were doing.
Very good. Back to the vault. Juliette and Camille are now visiting the Voice, and she asks permission to get the kids. What did you think? Did you pick up on anything here in this conversation about the speed at which the algorithm responded?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have in my notes the Voice pauses like it's thinking.
Yeah.
And so you said that it's confirmed, and I think I read that it's confirmed that this is Keen's voice.
I mean, I don't think we know for sure, but
we don't know for sure.
The fan base is pretty unified in thinking this is Daniel Keene.
And I think that's a good theory. Mm-hmm. And I mentioned this in episode 3 or 4, probably 3, I think, where Lucas Kyle is in the mines and the Voice freaks out. Mm-hmm. Like it is like, oh no, go, you need to go, immediately. Like I'm going to have to safeguard you, safeguard. Like it freaks out. And and we see it's interesting. I want to hear your thoughts, but it's interesting because it does talk like a computer.
Yeah,
it does.
Yes,
but
it's a synthesized version of Daniel based on Daniel's voice.
Well, but is it? And so half of me wants to say that's a old SNL reference.
That's the Jack Black birthday song.
Yeah. That nobody's heard because it's not on YouTube.
The Falcon comes in.
Yeah.
So good.
You need to Google Jack Black SNL birthday song, and there's some other things that come up, but you'll know when you find it. It is good. It's on like,
is it real or
it's on like VidMotion or something? I don't know.
Daily Motion.
Yeah.
This is the second time we've brought this up on a podcast. As of
well, nobody writes in about it and telling us that they actually did listen, but no, it makes me think that maybe Keen is alive, and because there's just a couple times where like there's some later scenes where they just pop in. Maybe this is it. No, I don't think this is it. They pop in, and it takes a bit for the Voice to actually acknowledge them.
I mean,
so I don't know.
Is this a Wizard of Oz scenario? I mean,
that's what I'm wondering.
I can't discount that possibility. I like that theory a lot, which really
because like
my mind. That gives me chills just thinking about that.
Because I would love to see a scene where we get the other side of it, and like Daniel runs to the computer or the microphone.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. It's a solid theory, Brian. You're dropping some big theories in the middle of this. I'm digging it. Well, oh my gosh. I was wrong. It was Earth, all along.
Nobody gets that either.
You finally made a monkey.
We went to a Christian college where you couldn't have outside media, and we had a bunch of black market clips. And we had like 3 clips that you could watch, and we watched them over and over and over.
The YouTube didn't exist. Like, no, it wasn't even like in its infancy. It didn't exist. We're from the era of like Huzzah and Napster and all those.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Oh, I love you, Dr. Zayas.
So stupid.
No, so amazing is what you meant.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So back to the conversation here. She's asking permission about the kids, and the Voice denies the request. She offers to maybe go back on the memory drugs and have the kids take them. And then the voice says, how many?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which again, doesn't necessarily mean approval to me. It's more of I'm probing for more information about what's happening in 17.
100%. Yes.
So yes, 100 fascinating stuff. So as they leave, Juliette and Camille argue about trust, and neither has any for each other is really what I just put here in my notes.
Yeah.
We go back to Daniel and Helen. There's more talking. Daniel concludes that whoever's controlling the van could kill them at any time, but hasn't. So it might not be that bad.
Yeah.
And I think you're correct, Daniel.
And I love, like, he says they could run us into a bridge abutment. And I'm like, I know what that is.
Engineer, dude. He's an engineer.
I know. I just love that he said that. He's like, I would have said a ditch. And he's like, they could have run us into a bridge abutment.
Great call,
like, okay, dude.
100%.
He also says he got it from Joe's sketchy car rental. I love that.
I do like the backstory on this van. There could be a comic spinoff with just this van for sure. We cut back to Martha Land.
Wait, sorry. One last thing is okay. I love the last line in this where he's like, well, they haven't killed us yet, so they could be taking us somewhere really nice. And Helen's just like, oh, we're screwed.
It is fun. They are a fun dichotomy though, because
I know
the optimism and the pessimism.
Yeah.
And they do make a very good pair, because oftentimes in any marriage, in any couple, in any relationship, there's always the one person that has to be the optimist and the other one is the pessimist. And sometimes those roles can reverse, but you can't both be the same. Like you have to take so, I mean, most of the time I'm the happy-go-lucky one, but like if my wife gets too high and like excited about that kind of stuff, I have to like bring the conversation down. I have to reverse roles. So, I mean, at some point, maybe Daniel's going to have to do that. But I mean, as much as I give grief, there were some fun little tidbits.
Yeah.
And they were in the back seat of this Waymo. I will concede it wasn't all terrible.
Okay.
Just mostly. We go back to Martha Land. Juliette arrives. They want to send 2 people, and Bernard says it's gotta be engineers.
Yeah.
Which obviously means Knox and Shirley, obviously.
Yeah.
And we have a good conversation here about you're going to have some intestinal fortitude, because you're going to walk over a lot of dead bodies. And Juliette's like, if I had to do that again, like that was not a good time.
Yeah. And that's the reality, man. Yeah, she says there are hundreds of bodies, thousands of bodies out there. Yeah. And it like that would be a lot.
Yeah, it's intense. It's don't recommend it. Paul arrives to question. Knox.
Sorry. One other thing is, in this, Walker also, when Juliette's like, hey, I just talked to the voice. In this, Walker says, is it a person? Is it a machine?
Yeah.
And Juliette's like, I don't know, but da 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 da. And again, so they're planning that idea. So I don't know.
I like it. Keep doubling down on it, because I think I think you're on a good path there.
And Danny Stevens is alive.
Danny Stevens is not alive, but Kelly Baldwin 100% is. That's the hill I'm going to die on. We're going to have a lot of fun with that in the coming days. By the way, for fam listeners, we are recording that. It has not, as of right now, it has not been recorded yet, but we are wrapping up all things.
We're going to wrap up
Star City 2026.
Yes.
It's happening this week. So
yeah,
stay tuned. More to come on that front. Still no review, still no renewal announcement about Star City, which is frustrating to me. But come on, Apple TV, get it done. Ted Lasso's coming out this week. Wonderful gift. Give me some new Star City. Thank you very much. This is the end of my statement about that. We go back to Paul here, and he arrives to question Knox and asks about his father. And this is not talk about like making friends and influencing people. Like, this is not the way to connect with Knox, clearly.
Well, from the very start, you've got Paul coming in with Karen, I'm going to get the manager vibes.
Right.
Like, he's just the way, like his composure and just the way he's walking is like he is looking for a fight.
Yes. Yes.
And I think that's interesting because he is such a nice guy.
Yes.
But he's over it at this point. Like he's done. Like there's been a murder.
Right.
Like we've got to get to the bottom of this, and I love him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does not. He needs to read that book.
They're again, acting chops. Like the dude who plays Knox is worked up enough in this scene. Like there's a vein like under his eye that was like popping out. Like,
oh, I believed it. I was like,
it was good.
Hank, stop this, please.
Yeah.
I was saying it.
Yeah, and Hank does what he needs to do here. He steps in, he pulls Paul back, and it's time to reset and come back another time because this is you're not going to get through to him right now.
And I just love because Hank knows what's going on. Hank knows about he was in the Avengers meeting, and so he knows what's going on, and it's almost subversive that or that's not the right word, but Knox is taking his boss and saying, "Hey, back down."
Right.
And Paul takes it.
Right. And Hank is almost siding with Knox in this moment.
Yes. But he's right. He's like, I mean, he echoes what Knox said, and he's like, seriously, Paul, this is not a good time. Like, let's move on. Yeah.
So more to come on that front for sure. And this is where Hank mentions that maybe Galinda should be followed up on. Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah.
Galinda. Paul mentions this second Wizard of Oz reference tonight. Paul mentions that maybe they can track her on cams. Dum 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 dum.
But all the cams have been destroyed, except for the most important ones.
Yeah, we just erased that from the pact, and you don't need cameras anymore. Have a nice day. We go back to Martha Land here. We get a fun interaction between Martha and Bernard. Again,
I love it.
Matchup pairing that I didn't ask for, but fantastic.
Well, and what's interesting is, I don't know if you caught this, but like they were kids together, and that makes sense. Like, of course, like Bernard was a kid.
They grew up at the same time.
Walker was a kid.
Right.
And I love that. Like, well, you just don't think about that. Like, you don't think of your grandparents as kids.
Yeah.
But they were kids and they grew up together. They knew each other. I mean, I love that.
And I mean, things the older you get is what I'm trying to say here. The lines between, like, which we talked about this in For All Mankind. Danny had a great line about love, hate. The older you get, the more they're the same.
Yeah.
And these two, I think, are the embodiment of that. Like, they hate each other clearly, but they also have some sort of an odd respect for each other.
Yeah.
And good writing on this interaction. I loved it. It was great.
Well, and I think I don't want to go too far into this because we already talked about this, but I think we see more here where Bernard is like, I don't want to say he's a good guy. We don't have Jade that's going to write in and blast me for saying he's a good guy, but Lisa might. Lisa, you can blast me, but like we just see that like he was being controlled. He was in a bad position, and he's a dude.
Yes,
and he's not necessarily the evil guy that we saw.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting.
I don't hate that they're writing him as empathetic at this point. To me, that is believable based on everything that we know at this point.
Because it's not just about survival at this point. I mean, to a point it is, like, what other option does he have?
Yeah.
But he is spilling every ounce of information that he can give to help out. He's not bargaining. He's not leveraging it.
Yeah.
He's just like, this is this. And I love that.
Yeah. We go from this back to the Waymo again, and Daniel apologizes to Helen and wants to know the backstory of why she's not at the post anymore. And I mean, Brian, to me, this provides a lot of clarity around the integrity of Helen.
Okay. Well, I had an eye roll moment, and I'm glad that you're having that side. But
okay,
one, I love where he's like, I wanted to apologize to you, and she's like, so you don't want to anymore?
Oh,
like grammar police.
Typical writer. Typical writer.
But no, yes, we see that she's ethical and she was protecting her source, but I just see it as like journalists slop of like, oh, journalists are all good and we misunderstand them. That's where I went, and I'm just like, shut up. Like,
I don't disagree with that take.
yeah.
However, I'm judging
For this
Helen for
particular
Helen,
one,
not for her specific. Like every reporter ever is just like Helen, because that is not the case.
Yeah.
But she fell on her sword. And I mean, to me, this was one of the unspoken questions. We talked about it early on. Like, can we take everything that Helen's saying at face value?
Yeah.
Or does she have an ulterior motive here?
Is she just looking for a scoop?
Right. This is our confirmation that she's in this thing to find the truth. Okay. Moving on. She does carry the guilt of not protecting her source better. Just put that in my notes here. So it's something that may or may not come up again. And again, trauma and the hard things that we go through typically inform our decisions down the path. And I think getting those pieces of her backstory are going to be important things that are going to maybe change some of the outcomes and decisions that she would make going into this silo world. So,
well, and what's interesting is old dude who you call Captain whatever,
Captain Jellicoe.
Yeah, Captain Jellicoe. Like,
I'm about to say
I'm sure he knows that she what really happened. Like, he knows about the staffer, he knows about the speaker.
Yeah,
and so that's it. That's just interesting. Like, he knows she's not a fraud.
Okay, so this just came to me like right now. It's not on my notes, but based on you saying that, like them not taking Captain Jellicoe's deal is probably why they're now in the situation of getting invited into the Circle of Trust.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point, actually.
Yeah.
Because it's either that, like it was a test, maybe, ish.
Maybe.
Or it's like, okay.
Or do you really have the integrity that you're going to stick to your guns?
Yeah.
Even if I offer you the world.
Yeah, that's interesting because we know from comments that have been dropped that there is a lot that Keen either already has contributed ancillary to this because he developed the technology.
The drill technology. Yeah.
But also, like, the guy that developed that technology, it wouldn't be bad to have him in our corner, but let's test him first.
Yeah, 100%. So,
good eye.
Yeah, just came up with that. We go back to Juliette here, and she's talking to Knox and Shirley, asking them to go to 17. Knox is against it. Shirley wants to go. Brian, we get confirmation here that Shirley is preggers.
She's preggo.
Okay, so what's been happening with the birth control stuff and the pills and the implants and all the stuffs, like on that front? Because she's preggers, man.
Well, you said something about it being unsanctioned in the text you sent me.
Yeah, that's my theory.
That is a theory. We don't know that. So it may be that they got chosen and came off of it. I don't know if we know
if that happened off screen, which
100%
could be.
Yeah.
But I just pointed that out as a possibility. Like, so like, how did she, like, with Juliette's dad not being here now and like implants and stuff? Like, I don't know. Like, I have questions.
Yeah. But I like all this, and I like the argument that they have, and they're like, it has to be us.
Yeah. Shirley's the one. She's like talking Knox into it. Like, it has to be you and me.
Yeah.
We have to go.
And even if it doesn't end up being them, I like that we got this interaction. We got a little more depth from Shirley, which we've not gotten this season.
100%.
So I really like this. Yeah.
Yes. We got past angry, detached Shirley.
Yeah.
And we've gotten the real Shirley back, which is great. I'm all for it. And now I'm like terrified in part of my brain that they're going outside. And I mean, unless your tape is great and your suits are like sealed up and everything's great, like, to me, it's still, there's no guarantee of like what your survivability is going to be on the surface. So now I have to be worried about them. But yeah, they commit to Juliette that they'll do it. We cut back to Sims' apartment, and Camille arrives, and Anthony, the son, he stole some credits from his teacher. He's lashing out, making poor choices. These youths.
I really enjoy this scene. I think there's a couple things here that, like, their family's falling apart.
Yeah, 100%.
And you see this at a very obvious level, but then they don't trust each other. Robert is blaming her
Yeah.
for what's going on. She's blaming him.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are not united in any sort of way.
No.
And that's dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah. The quote I put here, I said the same thing you just did. Robert and Camille clearly have a rift. You're doing something, and when I find out what it is, I'll have to do something about it.
Yeah.
So again, Camille doesn't know exactly what's happening, but she knows something is up, and she's going to have to put her foot down when Judge Sims, his truth comes to light.
Yeah. But I do love that they're threatening the boy with going to the mines.
Right.
And it's just like,
not the mines.
Well, and they even say that, or to supply, I think, or something like that.
Not as bad as the mines. Not a life sentence, but supply.
But it's kind of like so when I was a kid, I shoplifted and very innocently, I stole a candy bar or something.
Brian,
and I know. And they brought a cop car in and called my parents and put me in the back of the cop car. And
that's great. We should do more of that kind of stuff in society.
Oh, I agree. 100%. 100%. But
I wasn't. Right now. You wouldn't be doing podcasts. You'd be in prison.
but I wasn't going to jail that day. Like that was like my parents were like they could have taken you to jail. They weren't going to take you to jail.
No, but 8-year-old you or however old you were when you became a criminal, believed that.
Yes. Yeah.
100%.
But they seem to believe that he really might be sent to supply, but that their position would thwart that.
They'd pull strings. He's the judge.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. We cut back to the Waymo, and I just put in my notes here, more flirting. Yeah. Cops arrive. It's more like a motorcade, and it's Captain Jellicoe.
Yep. I love that Keen opens up with the ask me what I'm thinking. Oh.
I'm just ready for their story to get somewhere. This was my glimmer of hope. Like, all right, we're on the move. Let's go. We cut from this back to the vault, and Camille implores the voice that she thinks it's a mistake, quote unquote. And this is where I think I put in my notes here. The algorithm almost seems like it lags, or at least it's apprehensive to engage her.
Well, and you can explain this away with, even our rudimentary AI that we use. It will empathize with you. It will calm you down. It will talk to you. So
100%.
This is where it is talking like a machine.
Yes.
And that's where I'm like, the idea that it's a human does fall apart a little, but I mean, if you've done it enough, maybe you know how to talk like a machine.
Right. I mean, yeah, this felt, I wouldn't say Claude. ChatGPT falls into this weird hole all the time with feelings, which I'm ChatGPT's dead to me at this point. But I mean, this is where the villainy potential of AI of just manipulating our emotions,
because it is manipulating her, and she
100%
allows it to happen.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh well, your heart rate's slowed, your breathing is slowed, so good job getting it out, letting it go. Let it go, yeah.
Some more.
I'm just trying to think here. Other notes here. Algorithm gives her a pep talk. She's exhausted, needs a break to reflect. It feeds her ego, and that she's special, and that what she's doing, that she's special to be the person who's doing what she's doing. So that's
it works on her
100%.
Like literally at the end, she's like, "Thank you. This really helped me." Like,
oh yeah,
it's like you were being manipulated.
100%.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, we go to Paul as he arrives at the camera room, Brian.
Yep.
There's a wall full of TVs.
Yep.
And they look at all the cams from the day that the mines got gassed. And they see Glenda at the entrance, walking in. There's Glenda. What is she doing there? And then let's pull up some cameras in other locations around the same time. And she was in supply within a 10-minute window. She got from supply to the mines, which based on their account here is not technically possible. So what does this mean?
I think it means that there's we already know this, that there's passages all over the silo.
Yeah. So I think it's a shortcut. I don't think there's like I don't think it's like the Prestige where there's like two Glindas and this is like the long car.
I had the same thought. Yeah.
Thank you. That makes me feel better.
I was thinking like, is one of them Orla? But no, they're both clearly Glenda.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
How is she getting around so quickly?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the big question. I think as far as Paul's investigation is concerned.
When Paul talked to her, she was like, "What? I had no idea." And obviously, she knows more than she said.
100%. Yes. Elsewhere, Juliette informs Camille that she wants Knox and Shirley to go, and Camille rejects them as options. And Juliette offers up a couple of alternatives.
Yeah.
Kennedy and Lucas Kyle.
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun. You know where they are? As a matter of fact, I do. We cut back to Knox and Shirley, and she confronts Knox about his reaction to the mention of his father to Paul. And Knox's dad, hey, we just get a little bit of a glimpse here. He has no part of his life. And we just get a little bit of his backstory. I mean, he grew up with his mom, and basically it sounds like a drunk loser of a dad who, anytime he would show up, would just cause trouble, wreak havoc on the house.
And back out in the mines.
Yes. Quote I put here was, he loved life more than he loved us. And Shirley implores him to...
He loved the life, right?
What's that?
He loved the life.
He loved that life, I think is
that
what
life,
I wrote. Yeah. Sorry. Good point. And Shirley tells him to go help Billings.
Well, and again, I love we get a more filled out Shirley in the scene too.
Yep.
Much better. Now, the thing I don't understand about the economics of the silo is 10,000 people is a lot of people, but it's not a lot of people.
Right.
And how would you have issues with, not being clothed or shoed? That's where I'm a little confused.
Thank you. That bothered me. We get the mention of Anthony stealing credits from the teacher, but we have seen before people just walk in the cafeteria and they just get food. Like everybody, to me, it feels like everybody's needs are met.
Like, I would think they would have to be.
Right. Because I mean, it's survival mode. It's almost a military society. I wouldn't even call this communism at this point, but like everybody has a job and there's a means of production that everybody has a shared responsibility in so that they all live and survive. And everybody has the resources they need. Now, I mean, there are some classes still that are at play based on where you are from a height and elevation inside the silo, for those who are just listening and not seeing my hand going up and down like I'm showing the 144 floors of the silo. So I that bothered me too. But they're trying to make it empathetic, I think, for Knox, which, he's just not just a hipster haircut. He's a complex person.
It worked on me.
Okay, fair enough. We go from this now to Brian. They're carrying the vitamin D plus up the stairs.
Yep.
It's about to get put in the water. And Camille is emphatic that it needs to happen ASAP. So whatever osmosis, gobbledygook you're supposed to do, no, just dump it in. Get it in the water now.
Turn the filters off. Just dump it in.
Yeah. Do your thing now, please. We cut back to the mines. And I just put here, leader dude is giving the worst speech to a bunch of new inmates.
Dude, I loved this scene. I really did, because we get kind of a picture of how this goes down.
Mm-hmm.
And the group you see, they're either gross or very sad.
Yes. Like a young kid who's just made some stupid decisions that now is going to spend the rest of their life in a mine. It is not a place you want to be.
And we get Mr. Guten, I think it was, who's like the leader guy's right-hand man, who just, again, looks like a Mr. Guten.
Oh, what a talk. That's good.
Yeah.
I just put my notes here. Poor folks. Knox arrives and he asks to talk to his father, and we get the breaking news that he did die 2 years ago inside the mines. So we cut from this back to the vault, and it is announced that Knox and Shirley are the choices, and they are denied. Juliette suggests Kennedy and Kyle, and the algorithm almost seems like
she says, run the numbers.
Yeah. approved.
Yeah.
So she leaves. I put my notes here because this is where Camille kind of stays behind. I just put my notes. The algorithm is playing Juliette.
Yeah.
Camille informs her that the vitamin D has already been added to the water 2 hours ago.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Like, why did she pull the trigger now?
Why did she do it before she had to?
Yeah. I don't have a good theory on that. And I'm disappointed in myself that I don't have a good theory on that.
So I think...
What are you thinking, Brian?
I think part of it is that she has already lost control and she knows it. Her husband's working against her. Juliette is up to something.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't trust that the algorithm...
It's the only card she has.
Yeah, really appreciates that this is going down.
Yeah.
But it does put her in the villain camp, man, because she is acting outside of what she is being forced to do.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of questions of, we've got 4 more episodes,
mm-hmm.
and it's been in the system for 2 hours.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I mean, they've said like it when you do it in this manner, it takes longer for it to take effect. So is like one dose going to be enough to like have the efficacy to actually impact anybody? Or is this the first of like many doses that are going to happen for it to actually have like an irrevocable like impact on the silo? Like, can this be undone at this point? I guess is what I'm trying to ask. And I kind of believe that it can be.
Yeah. I mean, I hope so, because we've got a lot of show to tell with, people losing their memories.
So, I mean, all that to say, to answer your first question, my hope more so is that, okay, yeah, she pulled this trigger. This lever has been pulled down, but I think it can still be undone at this point. This is just, they wanted to raise the stakes one more way in this episode, and that was the lever to pull. That's my theory.
I mean, and you could also have Robert, doing a switcheroo like he did with the meds. I think that's kind of far-fetched, but I don't
know. He's going to flip a lid when he finds out.
Yeah. And he knows
so in that
what
way,
it is.
That could be a good setup.
Yeah.
Because, he's going to flip his lid when he finds out that this happened.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Let's see here. We go from this over to the Waymo, and we're arriving at this airport hangar now. The door opens to reveal a jet and Dr. Carrie Weaver from Chicago County General. And she's also a senator. And she says, Daniel, Helen, how would you like to save the world? Roll credits.
Yeah.
So good.
Something interesting here. And I noticed this when the police cars drive up. And this may be nothing.
Okay.
But as they drive up, they do not look in the car. They're looking straight. They're on their motorcycle in their car. The only person that has a human reaction is Captain
Jellicoe,
the old dude, Captain Jellicoe. And
great two-parter on TNG, by the way. Just saying.
Okay.
There are 4 lights.
Oh yeah, that's that episode.
Yeah,
okay.
He was the captain of the Enterprise while Picard was on the secret mission and got tortured.
That's right.
Yeah.
Great episode.
Yeah.
Great episode. Iconic.
Yes.
But what's interesting is when all the police cars vehicles leave, they're like drones. Like they all kind of mobilize at the same time. And that's interesting to me.
Okay.
There's probably nothing there.
I didn't give it much thought other than they were just extras that had been hired for the night.
That's very possible, but we're talking about controlling people, controlling things.
Okay.
I just clocked it. I don't know.
All right. You like that term tonight.
I know. I'm clocking things left and right, man. No,
things?
I'm clocking all sorts of things.
Oh,
clocking
man.
you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Language. Oh, so wholesome, so corny.
Yeah.
That's how we roll. So, I mean, all that to say, like, I really am pumped because now I feel like the curtain is being pulled back and they hit cut on this. And as soon as we say cut on this, I can go watch the episode 7. And please tell me we're now moving and I'm ready for my 9. Give me a 9, please. And thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Indeed.
I mean, I'm pumped for the rest of the season. I think we're moving now.
Yeah, I think so too. And again, like we got the confirmation last week that season 4 is coming out next summer. They did do the production for both of these back to back.
Yes.
So it was a 20 episode run from a production perspective for them. So at this point, I believe all of it is in the can. They're probably working on the post stuff for 4 still. But we got more to come and it's going to be good.
We did get, before we get into emails here, there was on YouTube somebody had theorized about the bulbs. Like I had said, it has to be somebody that has use for them.
Okay.
And they mentioned that it could be the mines, like because they talk about having collapses and stuff, and it could be just them like getting tired of asking for supplies or embarrassed by having asked for supplies. And so that is another option, is that they're just blowing through them and not thinking about the consequences.
Yeah.
But I'm still like, we still don't know where those went.
Yes.
So.
Indeed. So again, that is a very important plot point.
And the other interesting thing is we find out that his dad was taking diamond bit drills and selling them as jewelry.
Right.
So it's not, it could be that people are taking the bulbs and doing something else with them. Yeah. So it's not necessarily like one for one, like this is what they're used for. So this is what we're stealing them for.
Yeah. I still think whoever's stealing them knows enough to know, like, I'm going to force the hand of, we have to leave this silo if we get down to,
I don't know if I agree with that. I think it could be short-sighted and they don't really know how many there are, how many years they have left. They're just thinking, I need bulbs.
Well, and then going back to the before times, now that Daniel's being brought into the fold of whatever this project is, I'm curious to see, like, are they actually going to have like boardroom, like planning sessions about like, here's our strategy of like, if this thing happens, this is the procedure. Like, are they going to get that in the weeds? Because I'm kind of here for it if they do, but I don't think they will. But like, are they going to talk about like, eventually these supplies run out? What do we do with the people, the civilians, the citizens of these silos? Like, what do we do with them at that point? Like, are they going to talk about that? Like, is there a plan? I don't know. Me either. It's good stuff, man.
We want to get to listener mail.
Yeah, so we had a few come in. Of course, that email address is theoutsideviewpod@gmail.com. And I'm going to blow this up a little bit more because my geriatric millennial eyes are getting old. And anyways, this first email is from Franco. I'm going to skip some of this because, how do I say this? Franco lives in a part of the world where it may not be kind for him to express some of the things that he's saying. And I want to protect your anonymity, Franco. But he does say, love your podcast and appreciate for taking the time to make a show for us scattered in different silos around the world. He says, this is the only show that my wife and I followed, and we haven't watched anything else together for real since we got trapped by season 1. So that was cool. Like, there aren't many things that my wife and I like connect on. She got into For All Mankind, which is good. But lately, for us, it's been Little House on the Prairie on Netflix. Wholesome, wonderful, and dude, they absolutely nailed it. Just so good.
It's kind of like House of the Dragon, but on a farm.
Yeah, Toothless and Hiccup and Astrid and flying around in their dragons. 100%. He also just kind of goes on and says, all in all, Silo touches upon so many aspects in our societies, and it is wonderful to simply watch it from an aesthetic, entertaining lens or dig deeper into what it is trying to convey. I can't wait to listen more from you guys for the rest of the season and for season 4 as well. Best, Franco.
Thank you.
Thank you, Franco. Sheila, also new emailer, says Sims is still the same in my opinion. All of his thoughts are on the survival of his son, like Camille. Sims was threatening her, but it was subtle. He was hinting that he would kill her cat. I guess that's, talking about I'm blanking on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, he was.
Yeah. This is, again, talking about last week for people who are catching up with us here. She began to feel better about the situation when he found out that Camille didn't know what was going on. And by the way, I'm on the tail end of the baby boomer generation. It is the micro generation known as Generation Jones. I'm enjoying your show. And of course, Silo too. I've never heard of Generation Jones. So you taught me something new there, Sheila.
I think that might be what I am too.
No, you're not.
I'm on the other side of that.
You're the late end of Gen X. Okay. You're kind of a Zennial, which is kind of like another term for geriatric millennial, kind of. Anyways, Jay emailed in. Good to hear from you, Jay. He says, my review is 8.2, mostly because past segment was barely used. Oh, I'm with you, buddy. Tim Robbins does remind me of Luke Skywalker in the Last Jedi movie.
Thank you. Yes. Yep. So I get more vibes in this episode.
Yeah. Light bulb mystery and why putting limited resources in Silo is a great question now. Question, will you review Neuromancer coming to Apple in early 2027?
That looks really good.
I'm behind on that one. So
yeah, you should check out the trailer on that one.
Okay. I have not yet. So not committing anything, but not saying no either at this point. Anything's on the board at this point.
Yeah.
All right. Boomer Mike emailed in. He says, hello, Donnie and Brian. First, I must do some house cleaning regarding your podcast. People call it housekeeping, sir, not house cleaning. He's about to throw a bunch of shade at us, so I had to get the jab in on there.
Bring it.
I do like you, Boomer Mike. He says, geriatric millennial Donnie, in not knowing who Nurse Mildred Ratched was, the main antagonist in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, you and Forgetful Brian for watching The Last Hail Mary instead of the movie of the year, Project Hail Mary, starring Mr. Ryan Gosling and Rocky, and taking too much vitamin D+, having lost their cards and claimed to be the kings of media for 352 years. There was a lot said there, Boomer Mike. Nice.
Yeah, man, he's having a bad morning when he wrote this.
Oh, it's good. He loves us. He goes on to say this. He says, however, because I like you guys, I'll give you a Silo insight that I haven't heard from anyone else's podcasts. In the credits, we see many things: the rotting Georgia peach, the stairs. What am I saying here? Let's see. Back up and say that again. However, because I like you guys, I'll give you a Silo insight that I haven't heard from anyone else's podcast. In the credits, we see many things: the rotting Georgia peach, the stairs of the DNA symbology, and something that I didn't see of relevance of, but the multi-filaments of the light bulb. It just all fit together for me this week. As for Brian's theory of the other Silo stealing Silo 18's light bulbs, I do not believe that this is the case, as we have heard the algorithm that digging to another Silo was a safeguard offense. My theory is that it could be the outsider stealing the light bulbs with boyfriend Mike killing Orla Kent. The reason is simple: to force the Silo to open the door to the outside sooner than they realized that they would have 2 years left. I also think that Mike...
I can get on board with that.
Yeah. I mean,
you said the same thing, but now I'm agreeing with him.
Yeah. Okay. See, he's Boomer Mike. He said it better. He did articulate it very well. Let's see here. He goes on to say, I also think that Mike framed the head of mining by placing Orla's body in the mines. Originally was thinking that the mines were involved as they need lights to see when they go work, but their lighting needs would be different than the grow lights of the Argo floors. I could be wrong, though, and Brian, that you are correct. In that case, I'll give you the quote-unquote Kings of Media card to claim back.
What a jerk.
I think that's a fair point, though. Like, the lighting you would have like over an aggro section would be like more incandescent. Like, I don't think LED bulbs are like friendly to plants. Like, you have a certain type of light radiation frequency that you're trying to, like, solar panels don't work with LED bulbs. Like, you want something that is more like sunlight.
Wouldn't that just prove that the only use for them would be another side, either trying to force them to have to evacuate, or another Silo that was stealing them for their plants? Yeah. I don't know. But the only thing I think that's a solid theory. Yes, it is a safeguard offense to drill to another silo, but there's no cameras in the mines. So
yeah,
and there's who knows how many abandoned shafts there.
Indeed. So lots of good questions that I hope we continue to get. We didn't get a lot of answers on that stuff this week, but more to come on that front as well. So
yeah,
good stuff. All right. Last but certainly not least, the Lisa email. I almost have like intro music for you. The Lisa email. She says, "Hello, gentlemen. I loved this week's episode. I would have been content with just the current day storyline. As for the first time this season, the silo action itself was truly fully satisfying. Even Common seemed appropriately cast for once."
Yeah.
Wow.
And we agree with you.
Shots fired.
But
dude, amazing voice. Give him a DC project, animated project. Like Common would be amazing. So
he's got the stature, the presence, the voice. He does not have the acting chops.
Wow. Shots fired. Man, Lisa, this is all your fault. You started this, and now you've got Brian started.
We've thought that, and Donnie won't say it, but he's thought that, but we've been afraid to say it out loud.
I mean, no shade. Like, again, amazing a voice.
Yeah.
I have questions about the casting there.
He's in more mainstream shows than I am, so
100%. There are more people listening to him every day, every week, 365 days a year than us. So you win, Common. You always do. Though his abrupt decision to join Juliette's side makes no sense. Okay, that's maybe fair, maybe not. Time will tell. She goes on to say, "Before I discuss this episode, though, I must address Brian on his Project Hail Mary bluff. For the last 4 months, over podcasts from 3 different shows, I have heard every excuse under the sun for not watching the most entertaining movie released in 2026, and I've seen The Odyssey twice already. I must admit, though, that your bluff did get a jaw-dropping laugh out of me. But now, be serious sci-fi fan and go see the real thing. Thank you, Lisa. You are 100% right." You got me going too, you jerk.
Once it comes out on streaming, I will watch it.
It's on Prime right now. Don't watch the new episode of Silo. Go watch Project Hail Mary. Not the last Hail Mary. I have to go watch that trailer again. You need to put that in the show notes because it's the most ridiculous thing.
It's such garbage. It is the worst movie I've ever watched.
Oh, we're now a third of the way through Lisa's email. She goes on to say, last season Bernard did say that there are technically 51 silos, and in this episode indicates that Silo 1 is in charge. Is the 51st silo the algorithm? If not, is the algorithm based in Silo 1? Maybe a series of people using the same voice modulator, thus appearing as AI.
Is there a silo per state?
Whoa, that's interesting.
Yeah, I wonder.
Could be. And also, looking at the wide shot from that trailer, which is also the artwork for our podcast, I counted 50. I did not count 51, but maybe I'm bad at counting.
But it would make sense for there to be one per state and then a DC one.
It kind of does.
The swamp creatures go.
Kind of does. I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
The voice modulator theory, that's interesting. She goes on to say, we are led to believe that the algorithm can employ the safeguard on its own, but everything else has to be done by a human. So why the difference here? So again, is the algorithm being human controlled?
Yeah.
I don't know. She goes on to say, how did Robert know about George and Juliette's tent in the void? It seems to be free from algorithm knowledge. So how did Bernard, Robert, or anyone else know about it? Shirley and Lucas did, but they weren't in the decision to bring Bernard there. So I don't know if we're going to get an answer to that. I don't know if it necessarily matters.
I think that's a hole. I think you're right.
Yeah, it's a hole. That's a good way of putting it. There are hostels in the silos, probably because there are stairs, but it's an interesting new info drop. Yeah, that was a mention last week.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah. The tunnel guarded by the algorithm is the only place that we know leaves the silo. Where on earth are 50 years of light bulbs being hidden? Our man Mike, with his dog, has to be the inside man on the heist. So, again, that's 2 people now this week. Remember Mike and Lisa that are zeroing in on Mike. What purpose and where hidden are both escaping me? She goes on to say, Daniel and Helen have discovered their minivan wasn't the safe ride they thought. You gentlemen now have screeners, so you probably don't know that episode 306 has a full screen image of Dr. Carrie Weaver in an airline hangar for the preview, wondering if this will be where Keen and Helen get taken to Georgia to her secret project. You know the answer as you read the sentence, so not fair. I'm going on a scavenger hunt to find some light bulbs, Lisa.
That's great.
Yeah. I mean, I did email her. I was like, yeah, Carrie Weaver. I love that. Good nod.
That's great.
Oh man, 6 down, 4 to go.
Yep. We are in the end game now.
Oh, nice Marvel reference there.
Yeah.
I'm getting pretty hyped for Avengers Doomsday, by the way.
I am too. I honestly I think they're steering the ship back the way it needs to go.
Yes. Yeah. Spider-Man. I mean, I messaged you. I saw it Sunday night, and it was two things. Number one, it was like the first time that I was sat in a theater in a long time. Like it was full and people were laughing and engaged in the movie. Like Project Hail Mary was like that in IMAX, but you bought IMAX, so it's going to be a sellout. It's going to be full. But like just in a normie theater on a random Sunday afternoon, like it was packed out and it was great.
Yeah.
And then just getting back in the car and leaving, it was like the first time like I was like really excited about. I just saw a really good Marvel movie like in a long time. So
the post credits though, like they have lost their way still there.
Oh, yeah.
Like that was fine.
It was silly. Like you don't need to hang around for that one.
No.
So I will.
But everybody that not one person got up.
Oh, 100% in my theater as well. And like my daughter's like, I need to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, no, we got to stay.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, we were not leaving.
Yeah.
So
you're a good dad.
Yeah. And it was great to have Tom Holland, Peter Parker, like in Manhattan, like swinging over like the super tall skyscrapers. Like that was awesome. Like the whole thing, the fighting scenes were amazing. The choreography was great. We're not spoiling anything.
Punisher was great in it.
Yeah. I mean, he's in the trailer. That's not a spoiler, but I think I said to Brian, like if somebody handed me a list, like these are all the things that'll be in the movie and like no other detail, like I could not have put it together in my brain half as good as this movie was. Like it doesn't deserve to be as good as it was. And it was a really good movie.
If you see one movie in the theaters this year, this should be the movie, right? Correct. Donnie, would you agree with that?
I mean, it's the biggest opening of all time. Now, not adjusted for inflation, but raw dollars, like it was bigger than Avengers Endgame. It's huge. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Project Hail Mary was still the best movie of the year, but this was.
What is this?
Amaze. Grace Rocky Save Stars. I'm tired.
All right, Donnie.
It's been fun. I don't know what the send off is tonight. What have you prepared for us?
Man, I had a really good one and I don't remember what it was. I thought of it today and I was like, that's it. So I did not have one.
That's what vitamin D plus will do to you. Keep drinking your water.
Yeah. And I don't know. Okay.
Peace out. Until next time. Okay. Bye.